Hello students, I am here with another video from the chapter of class 10th Science NCERT book, that is Life Processes. Before starting today's video, I would like to tell you all that till now what all things we have discussed in this chapter. So children, we have started this chapter by the concept of the life process, which means that it is a way by which it is a process. These are the functions, these are the various functions which are required for any living beings to live or for its survival. Okay, then after that it is responsible for and the processes which are really very necessary because it is required for the survival, for such as digestion, such as it could be nutrition, it could be respiration, it could be circulation, excretion. Okay, so these are the ways, these are the processes which are required for the living. They are said to be as the life process. Okay, so these processes which are required for the living of the human beings or the animals or the plants, it is said to be as the life process. So we have discussed about the first life process, that was nutrition. Okay, we have discussed about nutrition. Then after that we are discussing about the nutrition in plants as well as animals. Okay, we have discussed about the plants as well as the animals. Fine. Then after that we have discussed about the process of autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In this we have again discussed about autotrophic and the heterotrophic. And we have discussed about the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, then after that we were discussing about the nutrition in the animals. Here also again there are heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now in this we have studied about saprotrophs. Okay, we have studied about the parasites. We have studied about the Holozoic. In Holozoic mode of nutrition, we have studied about the nutrition in amoeba. Then after that, we have studied about the nutrition in the animals, higher animals, including humans. Okay, so we are discussing about the nutrition in human beings. So in this, we studied that in the process of nutrition, which in the human beings, it is a very complex phenomenon. It is a very complex phenomenon because human beings are the multicellular animal. Okay? Here the process is very complex. Okay, children? So children, we are discussing about the multicellular organism, where we are studying about the human beings, in which we have also studied about the processes which is necessary for the synthesis of different enzymes are required, and then we have also seen about the processes in the nutrition which is necessary for the survival of the human beings, because of the multicellular animal there are various organ systems. So in here we have the digestive system. Okay, so we have digestive system in our body, which is also known to be as the alimentary canal. Okay, so we have alimentary canal, and then alimentary canal has, after the digestive system has alimentary canal, and or we can also say that it is also known as the alimentary canal, or it is also known as the gut. Okay, then after that what happens, we have also seen regarding this the systems, the organs which are present in this digestive system. Okay, so we were discussing about the various steps of nutrition. So what are these various steps of nutrition? We have seen the steps of nutrition in the human beings as the basic steps of the nutrition remains same. It is very similar. So the basic structure, the basic steps regarding the nutrition process is similar. That is, it is about the ingestion, then it is about digestion, then it is about absorption, then it is about the assimilation, and also about the last process called the egestion. Okay, then in this ingestion we were studying about the process like ingestion, that in ingestion it is done with the various processes. It is done because of various steps. And this various steps could be various types. It could be, rather I must write, it is of various types. Okay, and then these various types includes the different types of mouth parts are there. In different animals, it is the different ways of ingestion of the food. In amoeba, as you saw, that pseudopodias are there. Similarly, in the human beings, ingestion is taking place with the help of hand. It is present in the mouth. We are taking in food in our mouth, and then what happens? The food is being broken down into smaller portions. That is called digestion. Okay, so this is known as digestion, where the complex food material is broken down into simple substance. Okay, it is broken down into simple substance. Now, if the complex substance is broken down into simpler substance, which means that if from the food, the organic as well as inorganic nutrients are coming out, it is going to be released and then it is going to be absorbed. So we were discussing about this digestion process, where we saw that digestion starts from mouth. And whose digestion is taking place? Digestion of carbohydrate. The digestion of carbohydrate, where the simple carbohydrates could be starch, it is digested using salivary amylase. So this salivary amylase is secreted from saliva. It is present in the salivary glands. Okay, so inside the salivary glands, saliva is being produced, and this saliva is going to act upon. This saliva acts upon carbohydrate and the starch and converts it in the form of simple sugars. Okay. But this is not only the simple sugar, again this is a complex sugar. It is a complex sugar, which is then broken down into simple parts in the small intestine. Okay, so this is what is about we were studying, and now I'm going to tell you about the various steps of digestion which is taking place after once the food is present in the mouth. Then it is said to be as bolus. When the mixture of food is taking place with the help of what? With the help of the saliva. Okay, so saliva plus food is said to be as bolus. So next is about the digestion which is taking place in the stomach. So what kind of digestion is taking place in the stomach? So here what happens, the digestion starts from the mouth, and it is now the food enters into stomach. Okay, now the food enters into stomach, and if the food enters into stomach, it is going to be churned. After churning, it is going to move into small intestine. Fine. So it moves into small intestine. Now, if it is moving into small intestine, then the digestion starts because of the presence of various enzymes. As one such enzyme, we have discussed that it is said to be as, we have discussed about that it is present from the walls of the stomach, and from the walls of the stomach is going to release the enzyme. Three things it is releasing. The first thing, from the stomach, walls of stomach, it releases the digestive juices. Okay, it releases the three substance. It is releasing the gastric juice. Digestive juice में भी कौन सा वाला? Gastric juice. Gastric juice को हम ऐसा ये gastric juice क्यों बोल रहे हैं? It is because it is a mixture of It is a mixture of various enzymes. Okay, various substances. Now what are the three substances which are present in the gastric juice? First one is hydrochloric acid, next is mucus, and the last one is the pepsin. Now what is the function of this HCl? HCl helps in killing of bacteria. Similarly, mucus helps in protecting the walls of stomach. Then after that, this pepsin is an enzyme which digests proteins. Okay, which digests protein. Now, it is going to digest the protein. Fine. So these are the ways by which the different enzymes, the different digestive juices are present, and these digestive juices are going to help in the starting of the digestion. See children, this pepsin works only in the acidic condition. It is going to be present in the acidic condition. It works only in the acidic condition. This acidic condition is because of the presence of hydrochloric acid. Okay, so this is in the presence of hydrochloric acid. Fine. So this is about the digestion which is starting in the stomach. Now children, what happens? So this hydrochloric acid is due to the presence of hydrochloric acid, the gastric juice is going to have an acidic medium. The enzyme begins to digest the proteins into smaller molecules. See, this is going to digest the proteins into smaller molecules. It digests proteins into smaller molecule. But this smaller molecule is still a complex one. It is still a complex one. But as it is still a complex one, it means that further digestion has to happen. Okay, now this further digestion will take place where? This complex proteins are going to be digested in the small intestine. The complete digestion will take place in small intestine. It will take place in the small intestine. Okay, so this is what is about we have to study here. The next thing is that as this is going to kill the bacteria, and then what happens? This mucus is not going to be secreted. This mucus is going to protect this strong acid, because the strong acid is going to kill the bacteria, children. Once this is going to kill the bacteria, it means that it is highly acidic in nature. If it is highly acidic in nature, it means that it is going to help in the maintenance of the acidic conditions inside the stomach, and also it is going to provide the acidic medium for the action of what? For the action of pepsin enzyme. Because this pepsin enzyme can only digest the proteins in the presence of this HCl. Then next what happens? The partially from stomach. Now next step it takes place. The third step. From the stomach, the food enters into small intestine. It enters into small intestine. Okay. Now this is partially digested. This is partially digested. Okay. Now because of the partial digestion, now where it is going to go? Partially digested मतलब थोड़ा सा digest होता है and थोड़ा सा बच जाता है. As I said that inside the mouth also the starch is getting digested. This starch which is getting digested is still a complex one. But now here what happens? The partially digested proteins are coming. Two things are coming. Please remember. One is the carbohydrate. This carbohydrate is coming from the mouth. Okay, and then the next is proteins. This protein is coming from the stomach. Now this mouth and stomach, both of them are two things. We have got starch, we have got, and then we have got about the proteins. Now what would happen? What is going to happen to this? The small intestine is the longest part of the digestive system. Now here what happens, it is moving into the small intestine. So if it is moving in the small intestine, this is going to move, it is going to move into the various parts of small intestine. Now children, in the various parts of small intestine, we have different secretions which are coming. So it is the longest part. The small intestine is the longest part of the digestive system. The small intestine is the largest part of the alimentary canal, which only extends from 6.5 meters long in an adult human being. Though small intestine is very long, but still it is called the small. Why? Now the question is, we are saying that small intestine is smaller than the large intestine. But why it is larger than the small intestine? I'm just telling you the opposite thing. So we are saying it as the small intestine. So here, small intestine is larger 6.5 meters. It is of 6.5 meters. कल कितना सुना था हमने, एलिमेंट्री कैनाल की पूरी लेंथ कितनी होती है? It's 9 meters. From this 6.5 meters is this small intestine. अगर ये इतना लंबी intestine है, then why it is called small intestine? Okay, why it is called small intestine? So the question is, if small intestine is this much long, it is very long, but still it is called small, and large intestine is shorter. Large intestine is shorter. The large intestine is shorter, then because of which what happens? Why it is called larger? अगर ये शॉर्ट है तो स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन को स्मॉल लार्ज क्यों नहीं बोलते हैं? क्योंकि ये तो बहुत लंबी है. But this one is small, but still it is called large intestine. What is the reason behind this? We are giving this name small and large on the basis of diameter, because its diameter is large. Okay, the diameter of this large intestine is larger as compared to the small intestine, because small intestine's diameter is smaller and large intestine diameter is larger, this one. Okay, so this is why, that is why it is a reason behind calling out the name of the small intestine and large intestine. So the small intestine, in the length it is larger, but in the diameter it is small. That is why it is called small intestine. And here this large intestine, diameter wise it is large, that is why it is called large intestine. But in the length wise it is in the smaller, it is smaller than that of the small intestine. Okay, so next what happens? Please note that length of the intestines are of various in nature, but it depends upon the type of food which the animal eats. So if the animal is eating the herbivorous diet, it means that if the animal is eating the herbivorous diet, it means it requires a very long intestine, because if a very long intestine is required, so as the food is moving forward, as the food is moving just one after another, then various secretions are added over here. If various secretions are added, then what happens? The various secretion is going to cause, it is going to act upon the food. Now, as the food is moving in the forward direction, see, cellulose are present in the vegetables or in the herbivorous diet. More and more cellulose is present, and this cellulose is a very complex. Cellulose is a complex carbohydrate. This requires a large amount of time for getting digested. तो time कैसे मिलेगा? Time इस तरह से मिलेगा. If the small intestine is of 6.5 meters in length, then the food will move for 6.5 meters in length. More the length, more the length of intestine, more proper is the digestion. Please understand this. What is the concept regarding this? The main concept regarding this is that whenever the small intestine is present, this small intestine is a very large and it is very long in its length. So more length gives more time for the digestion of cellulose. So this is what is the reason behind the presence of the small intestine and the food which is present inside the small intestine. Okay, so this was about the process by which why the reason regarding the various length of the intestines. Okay, now the digestion will start. So we'll study about the digestion in how the food is getting digested in the small intestine. Okay, how the food is getting digested in the small intestine, children. Okay, so children, we have to start with this digestion in the small intestine. Now we will see this that what kind of structures are present in the small intestine and why the digestion will, how the digestion is going to take place in the small intestine. So that is what is the next topic would be. The food has now entered in the small intestine. Now what reactions are going to take place in the small intestine? So we'll see the digestion in small intestine. Okay, what kind of digestion is happening in the small intestine? So children, as the small intestine, it is a site of complete digestion. Okay, it is a site of complete digestion. Fine. Okay, so this is a site of complete digestion. Please remember. So that the small intestine is a site of complete digestion. Now, why it is said to be as the site of complete digestion, children? Because here what happens, the small intestine is a place where various enzymes and chemicals will be interacting. Okay, they would be interacting. So this is a place, this is a site where many chemicals are going to be interacting. Now what happens? The digestion begins, the complete digestion means the digestion of carbohydrate, then digestion of proteins, then the digestion of fats is going to take place. Okay, now these types of digestion, what would happen in the digestion, I'll just tell you. Okay, so what would happen in the case of the digestion of carbohydrate? So in the small intestine, it receives two secretions from two different glands. So why that digestion is completed here? Because it receives secretion. It receives secretion from the two places, from two glands. कौन से दो glands हैं? What are these two glands? The first one is liver and second one is pancreas. Okay, it is going to be secreted as liver and pancreas. Fine. So what kind of result it is going to have? It is going to form the different types of chemicals because of the secretions of the both the glands. One is the liver, second is the pancreas. So what kind of secretion this liver is going to do and what kind of secretion the pancreas is going to do? So here what happens, this liver is the liver secretes bile. Okay, so liver secretes bile which is greenish yellow in color, made up of from the liver cells, and extra bile is secreted, is going to to be stored in gall bladder. Okay, so the extra bile is going to be stored in gallbladder. So first, please understand that two types of secretions would be received in the small intestine. One is the liver, second one is the pancreas. So first, liver is going to secrete bile, which is going to produce extra bile using, extra bile is going to be present, it is going to be stored in the gallbladder. Okay, bile is alkaline, it is alkaline in nature, it is basic in nature. It is basic in nature. So what happens? It contains salt to emulsify and breaks the fat and the lipids and present in the food. So what is the function of bile? Bile is going to break down the fat. Okay, it is going to break down the fat. Now there could be some other process also because of which it is going to be broken down. Okay, now thus the enzyme can act on it. Bile salts break the fat present in the food into small globules and make it easy for the enzymes to interact and digest them. Pancreas is a large gland which lies parallel to the beneath of the stomach. Now pancreas secreting, what kind of secretions the pancreas are going to release? Pancreas will release pancreatic juice. Okay, pancreatic juice. Fine. Now what secretions they are having? Please understand this, that one is the first one is the liver, which we have discussed, and the second one is the pancreas. Okay, this pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Now this pancreas, so first one we have already discussed. So next is this pancreatic juice. Now why this, again I will say that it is said to be as juice. अगर हम इसको बोल रहे हैं pancreatic juice, इसका मतलब है कि इसमें भी बहुत सारे chemicals mixed होंगे. So chemicals mix होने का मतलब क्या? What do you mean by this? So here what happens? The pancreas secretes pancreatic juice, which again which has the digestive enzymes like pancreatic amylase, trypsin and lipase. So three things are there. Three enzymes are there. One, what are these three enzymes? It consists of three chemicals. The first chemical is amylase, pancreatic amylase. Then second is trypsin. Okay, and the third one is the lipase. Please remember the name pancreatic trypsin. Trypsin के साथ pancreatic नहीं लगता. पैनक्रियाटिक लाइपेज हो जाएगा, पैनक्रियाटिक अमाइलेज हो जाएगा. ओके, सो पैनक्रियाटिक बिकॉज पैनक्रियास से रिलीज हो रहा है तो पैनक्रियाटिक जूस हो गया. नाउ दिस हैज थ्री बेसिक types of enzymes. One is the pancreatic amylase, second one is trypsin, next one is lipase. So pancreatic amylase is going to digest the carbohydrate. This digests the carbohydrate. This trypsin digests the proteins. And this lipase is going to digest the fats. Okay, so this is what is about the complete structure of the different secretions secreted from the pancreatic juice as well as this liver. Okay, so next thing is that the enzyme amylase is going to break down the starch, the enzyme trypsin digests the proteins, and the enzyme lipase digests the fats. Okay, this is what I have just now written it. Now the walls of intestine contains the gland to secrete the intestinal juices also. So walls of intestine. Now why? See, complete digestion of small intestine हम लोग यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं. So here what happens? Two secretions will come. One will come from pancreas. One will come from pancreas. And the second one will come from where? The second one will come from intestine. So यहाँ पे दो juices मिलते हैं, pancreatic juice and intestinal juice. So and pancreatic intestinal juice में अभी हम लोग को discuss करना है. Here this pancreatic juice I have discussed it, which is being secreted from the pancreas. See, what is the main theory? पहले food mouth में present था, it is going to digest with the help of it is going to digest the starch there. Complete digestion यही होगा. क्यों complete digestion यहाँ होगा? Because intestine में दोनों जगह के liquids, दोनों जगह की secretions आ रही हैं. Pancreatic juice contains 3 enzymes: pancreatic amylase, trypsin and lipase. So pancreatic amylase is having the tendency to digest the enzymes. Okay, the next thing is that the liver is going to digest this bile and it is going to secrete the various secretions. Okay, so this is what is about the digestion of the pancreatic juice. Okay, now next thing what would happen, it would be the intestinal juices. So we have already discussed about the story of the digestion which is taking place in the small intestine. So secretions we have discussed. Bile अगर secrete हो रहा है तो कहाँ से secrete हो रहा है? Bile is secreted from the liver, which is going to secrete extra bile is going to be generated. It is going to be saved inside the it is going to save inside the gallbladder. Okay, now the next thing is going to come. The next thing is going to come is that it is going to form, it is going to be present, it is going to do with the three juices. Okay, so these 3 juices are the pancreatic amylase for digesting the carbohydrate. Carbohydrate means starch. जो डाइजेशन माउथ में कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ था, माउथ में स्टार्च था, स्टार्च डाइजेस्ट किया गया था सलाइवरी अमाइलेज. उसके बाद था स्टार्च के बाद व्हाट विल हैपन, सलाइवरी अमाइलेज वाज सिक्रेटेड फ्रॉम द सलाइवा. Then this food has gone into the intestine. Okay, stomach से कहाँ चला गया? intestine में, small intestine में. And small intestine में 2 secretions मिली. एक मिली pancreatic secretion, उसके बाद bile, उसके बाद intestinal secretions. Okay, अब ये तीनों मिक्स होकर के what they are going to do, they are going to perform the story of digestion. It is going to perform the complete process of digestion. Okay, so children, that's all for today's video. I have discussed about the process of nutrition in the animals where the digestion is going to happen. The digestion has to take place inside the various organs, where we discussed about what would happen to the food in the mouth, what would happen to the food in the intestine, into the stomach. Okay, so we have discussed about all these things in detail. Now I will meet you all in the next video. Then we will be discussing about this intestinal juices secretion. Okay, what they are going to do with the food and how they are going to emulsify, how they are going to break down into smaller portions. The food is going to be broken down into smaller portions and it is going to be digested. So children, that's all for today. I will meet you all in the next video with the next topic to be discussed.